the South Zone Print Olympiad 5th edition. We are happy to have you all with us here. So I am Lakshmi Priya, Professor and Head, Department of Printing Technology. We are all happy to have you all here on the 5th edition of Print Olympiad, the one of its kind on a global scale. So this is the third and the final round of the South Zone. We already had the first round on 22nd May 2020. Printing students from diploma and degree colleges studying printing participated, out of which 8 students were selected in the first round. The second round was conducted on 29th July for the 8 winners of the first round. Among them, the top 3 have been selected. Now, both of these were online MCQs, multiple choice questions. But now we are in the South Zone finals, which is going to be a presentation on certain topics by the toppers of the Southern region. So welcome you all to this grand finale of the South Zone Print Olympiad, 5th edition 2022. The organizer of this prestigious event is Offset Printers Association, and Professor Kamal Mohan Chopra is the brain behind this event. May we request Professor Kamal Mohan Chopra to address the gathering. Over to you.
Thank you, ma'am. Actually, as Madam said, that it is being organized by OPA, but I will say OPA is doing nothing in it. Everything is done by the universities, teachers, and all my team members. Telling about the OPA, Offset Printer Association, this association was established in 1988. Today, it is considered to be one of the most active associations in India. In OPA, our only aim was to promote printing. We started looking at the grassroots level, what are the problems and how we can overcome these problems. We started the projects for the benefit and growth of the industry. First of all, to understand the problem, we started Print Yatra. We have covered not only India, but Nepal, Sri Lanka, and Bangladesh also. Almost 40,000 kilometers travel was made till today. It's a continued effort to meet the printers. While meeting the printers, our only request to them is to form associations so that jointly we can consider our problems, we can think our problems, and if need be, jointly we must be able to solve the problems. I'm proud to tell here that with our efforts till today, we have created 62 new printer associations. So that was the effort, so that networking must be maintained. So that was the main aim of the network, for the networking. Then what we have seen that generally, whenever we ask any friend who is a printer, what your son is doing, he is going to become a doctor. He is going to become a teacher. He is going to become an engineer. Nobody is telling that his son will come to the printing. How astonished, why it is so? Try to understand the problem. Then we started saying our printers, don't be like a shopkeeper. In a shop, you have to open the shop in the morning and close it in the evening, sitting whole of the day in the shop. So then we have started telling them, try to run like a factory. When they started running like a factory, then we needed talented persons who will manage these things. To get the people like that, we have to approach the institute. When we approached some institute, there were very few institutes at that time, but we need the talented people who can guide us how to run our shops in factories, how to convert my printing press in a factory. And only those people can do it. When it seemed that people are not taking interest in printing, we started a unique approach that was called Print Chetna. At the same time, when we have seen that we need the people to work and we need people to burn also. The people who are under metric or illiterate, they may become good workers, but they cannot go in the factories. For that purpose, to promote it, we started Print Olympiad. Our main aim was only this thing, that attract the youngsters to adopt printing as a career. Now we have made it a mission. Print Olympiad has become a mission to prompt the students to look beyond the books also. And that is the backbone of Print Olympiad. Print Olympiad, as you know, Madam was already telling that this is the 5th edition. It was the ladders, the students across the first round, then across the second round. These 2 rounds were created as a preliminary test. As Madam was telling, there were 90 students who appeared. Out of 90, now 3 are here today. We were organizing, as you know, this is the 5th edition. We was organizing the Print Olympiad at one place, inviting the students to join and compete for it. And now, due to COVID, when it was seen that it is not possible to travel, so finding the opportunities in the difficulties, we started at virtual mode. But virtual mode proved a wonderful approach. Now students are sitting at their home and giving the test. Only the finalists will come, so that more and more students can join. Now we have decided that every time up to the zonal competition, the competition will be at a virtual mode, and the only final will be held at some place to invite the students there. We have divided the Printing Institute into 4 zones. North zone for the students who are studying in Jammu Kashmir, Ladakh, Haryana, Himachal, Punjab, Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Delhi, Chandigarh, like that. And East zone for the students who are studying in Arunachal, Assam, Bihar, Jharkhand, Manipur, Meghalaya, Mizoram, Nagaland, Odisha, Sikkim, Tripura, West Bengal, Andaman, Nicobar, like that. And similarly, South zone for the students who are studying in Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Telangana, Lakshadweep, and Pondicherry, etc. For West zone, Chhattisgarh, Goa, Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Dadra Nagar Haveli, Daman and Diu. We will be able to reach all the students. 5th edition of Print Olympiad is being hosted by the Central University of Haryana and Kurukshetra University for North region, National Income University, Coimbatore, and AGP Shivagasi for South Road. Today is the South Road. Then RIPT Calcutta, they hosting East Zone, and PVG COET Pune and BAMU Aurangabad. For North, we have 2 people, Mr. Kamardeep Sharma, who is from Kurukshetra University, and Mr. Anil Kundu, who is from Central University of Haryana. In East, there are 2 coordinators, Mr. Sankhya Devanath and Professor Apriltam Chatterjee. In West, again, there are 2, Professor Madhura Mahajan and Professor Prag Hase. We have a national advisor, Mr. Ashwini, Mr. Anubhav Shiksharthi, and our co-chairman is Ashwini Gupta. All these things are managed by one person. Don't know, when we are doing at a virtual mode, we need a technology or technical person behind it. So we have Mr. Bajinder Kaushik, who is the assistant professor at Guru Jabeshwar University, who is looking after all the technicality, all the modalities, how the thing will be managed and how we can manage these things properly. I'm glad to tell you that today we have a roaring personality, a world personality with us, Mr. Chakravarti A.V., who is the chairman of World Packaging Organization. So he is with us. I'm thankful to him for joining today as a chief guest. So today we have as I was telling about the coordinators, we have 2 coordinators for South Zone also. And today, these 2 coordinators are looking after today's final. Madam T.K.S. Lakshmi Priya and Dr. M. Nandkumar. Dr. Lakshmi Priya is the head of department at printing at National University of Women at Coimbatore. Madam is very much passionate about printing and always doing some research in printing. She has done research for printed electronic also. And recently she has distributed the paper pen made by their students. She has been associated with the Print Olympiad since 2014. And she is the co-opted member of the Guindy Council of All India Federation of Master Printer. And she has also received prestigious Presidential Print Award last year. The most importantly, her name is listed on the Successful Woman Entrepreneur by Print Week on Women's Day 2022. Her passion is to groom children, especially girl children, to printing. So we have another coordinator for today's meeting. He is from the printing town of India. We have a town in India called Sivakasi, which we call a printing town. Mr. Nandakumar completed his diploma in printing from IPT Chennai and continued a bachelor degree in printing engineering from College of Engineering Technology, Pune. He joined R.S. Ganeshan Polytechnic College, Sivakasi in 1998 as a senior lecturer in Department of Printing Technology. But before that, he has also cleared his PhD from Anna University, Chennai. He is now people are now thinking about that green printing or anything which is now everything sustainability is there. Can you believe that he completed a PhD in green printing, environment management and offset printing? So that is the work he has done before, which people are talking today. So he's such a talented person with us today. Now he's the principal of that institute, which he joined as a lecturer. And as a principal, he's grooming the children for the printing at Printers Town of India. He has presented many international or national papers, and he has been awarded many awards. I know Vishkarma Award was given recently to him, being the best printing teacher in India. So they both are our coordinators for South. I'm thankful to you both, sir. And I'm thankful to the universities and associations, your National Language University and AVG Polytechnic for giving this opportunity to us and hosting this event. Thank you very much. And today's program will be moderated by them. So now I think I will have to hand over the mic to them now.
Thank you, Kamalji. That was a very good details for the audience. Now it's time for us to introduce the jury members. As Kamalji has already said, the jury members are spanning across the nation and across the nation. So we have an international jury. We have jury members from the industry as well as from the academia, which very well goes with what Kamalji says, students should go beyond the books. Therefore, we have a few jury members from the industry as well. So I'm here to introduce the jury members. The first one is Mr. Peter Decker. Mr. Peter Decker from Sri Lanka. So he has over 40 years of hands-on experience in the printing industry, covering all segments of printing from production, sales and marketing, management, and also board of directors. Mr. Peter Decker has worked in letterpress, flexography, in printing, packaging, in Sri Lanka and also in Germany. He has been instrumental in setting up a German company in UAE, especially for tea bags and tea sachets. We are happy to have you here on the jury board, sir. Please say a few words.
Thank you very much. It's indeed a pleasure to be invited for this great event, the Print Olympiad. For me, this is the first experience witnessing a program of this stature. Having said that, and with the participants taking part in this competition, I must say my hats off to Professor Kamalji for the wonderful event that he organized. It's a great exposure for youngsters, particularly youngsters, to learn about printing and to come into the industry. So I applaud Professor Kamal Chopra for the wonderful program he has planned. And I wish all the students great success in the future endeavors. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. And we pray Almighty that Sri Lanka gets ready quickly.
Thank you.
The next jury member is Mr. Sanjay Narang. Mr. Sanjay Narang is a printer for over a long period. He has started printing in 1987. Comfort printers, and then packaging as perfect packaging, ideal packers in Himachal Pradesh, and so on. Not only a printer, he's also a well-known social worker in Jalandhar. He runs a charitable school, manages a charitable dispensary, and also yoga classes. During the COVID period, he has been providing food to the patients in the hospitals, dry ration to needy families, and more. Students, he's a great inspiration to you, and we are happy to have you here, sir. Sandeep Narang. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. And thank you, Kamalji and OPA for giving me an opportunity to have a great experience in Print Olympiad in this year. This is my first experience, and I am very glad to be part of this program. And I wish all the best to all the participants. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Our next jury member is Mr. C.D. Kumaravel. Mr. C.D. Kumaravel is currently the president of Coimbatore Master Print, celebrating the Silver Jubilee this year. He has been the honorary secretary of All India Federation of Master Printers, and during his tenure, he has conducted a number of events, including technical seminars, romancing print, and also printing exhibitions in Coimbatore. He owns the Sarvana Offset Printing Press in Coimbatore. He has been a window to the printing industry to us, the Department of Printing Technology at Avinash Lingam. We are very happy to have you here, sir. Please say a few words.
Good evening to all. First, I congratulate all the 3 students who entered the final round. I also wish them to win in the grand finale. I am sure that this Print Olympiad South is definitely encourage the students and will help to develop their self-confidence and knowledge. OPA is one of the leading printers association in India. OPA is the leading and best association in India under the leadership of Mr. Kamalji. Now, OPA proved that they are not a regional association. OPA is an example for associations. I also congratulate Madam Lakshmi Priya, Dr. Nandakumar sir, Mr. Kaushik, and other gentlemen who made this Print Olympiad a successful event. For the past 1 month, they are working very hard. Now, admission is going on. So, in their busy schedule, all of them work very hard and proved their talent. The event is a wonderful. They organize the event in a wonderful way and make the event a successful one. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, madam. Thank you, Kamalji. Thank you all, sir.
Thank you, sir. It's an honor to have you on the jury board. Our next jury member is Professor B. Kumar. Dr. B. Kumar is a retired professor and also had been the head of the Department of Printing Technology at College of Engineering, Guindy, Anna University. College of Engineering, Guindy was the first institute to start printing in India, and therefore the credit goes to professors like Kumarji, who keep printing alive. He's an alumnus of IPT Chennai. He has several publications to his credit and also guided projects. He has also guided PhDs. He has written a textbook. He has published a textbook in packaging technology. He has been the Assistant Dean Research at Anna University and also on several boards, including framing of syllabus for common syllabus for printing across India. Please, sir, say a few words.
Thank you, all the jury members and the people all the dignitaries who are present here. It has been a wonderful occasion to join with you all in Print Olympiad. To be very precise. Mr. Professor Kamal Mohan Chopra had been experimenting with this printing Olympiad for a long time, if I remember. Since 2014, he has been almost globe-trotting. I should not say globe-trotting, throttling all over the India. Is going everywhere, meeting every association, going into every institute to set the momentum, I believe. And I was not knowing the impact that it is going to have, like what I see today. And he was preparing the ground for all the people to join, and he had been appreciating and rewarding many people who were the press owners and people like them. I have seen with my own eyes, he was presenting awards to people from Kashmir and places like that. And it was really thrilling to see a wonderful gentleman at this age. I should not, so he's very young, right? And that's what I should say. And he had been he's doing a wonderful service to the printing fraternity as a whole, especially to the student community, and educating them in a precise way. And he has set the platform, like perhaps he's doing something like a T20, what Modi has done in T20, cricket T20. He is doing it in, perhaps the group as a whole, you can own this Print Olympiad and patent it. I mean, you have done it so precisely and all well organized, well structured, picking the people and conducting the examinations in a proper way without any doubts whatsoever. And you have come to this grand finale. This is one nice thing that I could see. And I wish you all very grand success, especially Vijender, who had been behind the screen doing all the groundwork, and Dr. Nanda Kumar and Dr. Lakshmi Priya, who has been giving a wonderful helping hand to the organization from the front and the back and everything else. And all the other people whom I am unable to name each one. And I wish this to become a very grand success. I am happy that I am part of this. Thank you very much. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. We are privileged to have you on the jury board. Our next jury member is Mr. Nagarjuna, retired HOD, Government Institute of Printing Technology, Secunderabad. He has been the head of the section of GIPT Secunderabad and then the coordinator principal. And please note, he has been the assistant director in printing and publications, Lok Sabha Secretariat, Parliament of India. We are happy to have you here on board, sir, and you are an ardent blogger. Congratulations on that. Students have to read your blog and get inspired. Please say a few words, sir.
Thank you very much, Madam, for the nice words. Respected Kamal Chopra ji, Nanda Kumar, Lakshmi Priya, Madam, Bharza Digaru, and all other dignitaries, Professor Kumar and all other dignitaries here present here. I am very thankful to you for having me in the jury. To the extent I am in a position to really carry out the given task. If you permit, I just want to leave a message for the student participants in the audience, including the winners, the top 3 winners. I first let me congratulate the 3 winners, and then all others who are watching this. I just have one small message to these budding diploma holders and the graduates in printing technology, is that after your diploma or graduation, you will be joining mostly in supervisory cadres. What you need in addition to what you have already learned in your diploma or BTech or both, you need to imbibe organizational abilities. I think this is one thing which I want to lay emphasis with one small latest recent example. You should know that Tamil Nadu was recently given the task of conducting the World Chess Olympiad. Chess they have been conducting, and it has been in the news for really so much positive reasons that they created a world record. What they could do in what they were supposed to do in 2 years, if they were given real time, what could happen in 2 years, they finished arranging in 4 months. Now that itself is a kind of a sankalpam, a kind of when there is a will, there is a way, which Tamil Nadu had really shown to this country, and that Chess Olympiad was inaugurated by Modi ji and also Mr. Stalin. So I just thought that we all should try to see, how things are done when really you need to do. This is one important thing we face in the industry on day-to-day basis, in printing industry and packaging industry, because we go by deadlines, we go by hours, we go by minutes, sometimes even we go by seconds. And it's the only small message I wanted to convey without taking much more time. Madam, thank you very much, madam.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for the excellent message. Yes, organization skills is definitely essential for our students. Thank you. Now we are ready with all the 5 judges. We have a very important person to be introduced now, the technical coordinator, Mr. Vijayendra Kaushik. Mr. Vijayendra Kaushik is the assistant professor at GJU, Haryana, Gurjambeshwar University. He is an MTech with gold medalist. Yeah, and he is currently pursuing PhD in printing technology. He has over 11 years of experience. He is the Vice President of Teaching Association at GJU. He has published more than 30 papers and exceptionally contributed to print education and industry. He is working with OPA for the past 2 years in conducting various Print Olympiad. We are happy to have you on board, and thank you very much for your excellent effort. Please say a few words and also introduce the rules of the event.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for such nice introduction for the event. So now moving towards the rule regulations of the event. So it is a oral round today for exam. In the past 2 rounds, it was totally MCQ type questions were there. The students were required to solve, but this time round 3 is oral round, and the students need to speak for 5 to 7 minutes for the topic assigned to them. And our national and international judges have selected 10 questions each from the question pool of 50 questions. So right from the beginning, 50, as Kamal sir has told, our experts has finalized 50 recent topics, which are the need of the hour for the industry and education. And those 50 questions were finalized by the national and international experts. And 10 topics were sent to each judges, and they had finalized 5 topics for each student. And out of the 5 topics, one student has to pick one question, and he has to speak for 5 to 7 minutes on that topic. And regarding the evaluation criteria, we are having the evaluation sheet there. I am sharing with the students and our respectable judges also. So for the evaluation criteria for the students for the oral round, 5 parts are there: part A, part B, part C, part D, and part E. And part A, B, C are to be finalized by our respectable judges. And for the portion A, it will be the quality of content of the student. Whosoever will speak for 5 to 7 minutes, part A will be contributed by quality of his/her content. The part B will be the presentation style and confidence level of the student. Part C will be question and answer part, how much a student respond to, how the student respond to the question and answer of the judges and the audiences. So part A, part B, part C will be having the criteria like quality of content, presentation style and confidence level, and question and answer response. It will be evaluated by each of the judges for each student on the scale of 1 to 5, 1 to 5, 1 to 5. Portion D will be there, which will be decided by audience poll. Whosoever is the audience will vote for the student, and 10 votes will be counted as 1 mark. For the portion E, if any student speaks more or less than the stipulated time, and the time is 5 to 7 minutes, and 20 seconds will be the grace margin. And if the student speaks beyond that time or less time, 2 marks will be deducted for each minute. So for the portion A, 40% weightage will be counted. For the portion B, 25% weightage will be counted. For the portion C, 20% weightage will be. For the audience poll, for the portion D, 15% weightage will be there. And if there is any negative marking out of total of A, B, C, D, negative marks will be deducted. So for the student A, final score will be finalized for each student. So these all are the criteria for evaluation of the students, and it was not easy to decide this criteria. Statics, psychology of the students, time limit, and a lot of factors were kept in consideration before finalizing it. And we had taken the help of many experts also to finalize it. So these all are the rule regulations regarding today's round. Best wishes to all the students regarding this event, and best wishes to each and every one of you. One of the major guidelines which remains, that is the student is requested and also directed not to read any screen or any mobile in front. We will be monitoring you. The eye should be perfectly on the cam only. No other person should be beside, and no screen reading, no any book copy reading is allowed during the oral round. And if anyone will be found will be discarded from the event. Our judges and technical team will monitor you during the oral round, and students are requested to avoid screen reading during the oral round. Best wishes to all the students. Best wishes from my side. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Bijendra. Students, I hope you have got the rules and regulations well in mind. Okay, start gearing up and warming up. We have our most awaited chief guest here. We will hear from him, after which we will hear from you all. So let me have the honor of introducing our chief guest, Mr. Chakravarti AVPS. Mr. Chakravarti AVPS is the Global Ambassador of World Packaging Organization. He is from Hyderabad, Telangana. He is the Managing Director of EcoBliss India Private Limited since 2007. Sir has a long list of positions that he has had. Let me say a few. He is the board member COA of Pharmaceutical Export Promotion Council of India since 2021. Chairman CII TS PACON Conference, Confederation of Indian Industry since 2021. Chairperson Express Pharma PPL Conclave since 2018. President INBA Hyderabad since 2018. INBA is a trade body that works to improve bilateral trade between India and Netherlands. He is a chairman, Golden Jubilee Celebrations Committee, Indian Institute of Packaging. He has been the chairman of the Indian Institute of Packaging from 2010 to 15. And I'm also happy to share he's an excellent teacher. One of my colleagues who recently did an online course with IIP has given a great credit. He was an excellent teacher. And as the ambassador of the World Packaging Organization, he is promoting Save Food and Save Food packages also. We are very honored to have you with us here, sir. So I think you are in Singapore now. Thank you for joining us, and please say your words. We are waiting to listen to you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Hope I'm audible, Dr. Lakshmi Priya.
Yes, sir.
Okay. That's a little embarrassing for me. In fact, when you called me the other day and explained to me the initiative of none other than our own mentor in the printing, Dr. Kamal Mohan Chopra ji, I thought, okay, come what may, wherever I am, any part of the world, let me participate. This guest, chief guest and all, don't add those suffixes and all. If you really ask me, इनका अपार और असमान अनुभव के सामने, डॉक्टर कमल मोहन चोपड़ा जी के सामने हम सारे लोग बच्चे लोग हैं. So it's not fair to call any one of us as a special guest or chief guest when he is already there on the podium, right? So with that, I once again congratulate and appreciate our big brother of printing, Dr. Kamal Mohan Chopra, for this great initiative. Let me tell you, sir, this is actually a noble initiative. when you told in your inaugural speech, I was listening to you, why people are not really coming into the next generation is coming into our own printing companies. It's $1 billion question. Children of this age are asking for quick money, and they don't have patience to learn. Patience to learn and go into their parents established units. But I think this is the need of the hour. Whatever you have been doing for the last few years in this sphere of printing really encourages the people to pursue further, to reach new goals, new heights in their printing, and become entrepreneurs by themselves, or if they are already in the printing families, they would not hesitate to take up this noble profession as their career itself. So that way you have been doing a great job. Once again, my sincere thanks to you, Dr. Kamal Chopra. Well, Dr. Lakshmi Priya, in fact, like all of you, I'm also waiting for those, the finalists, talking over those few points, presenting themselves. That is the key of this today's program, not our lectures, though I confine myself talking a little less, I do not know. But compliments to you, Dr. Lakshmi Priya, being the head of the DPT over there in Avinash Lingam University, and also along with Dr. Nandakumar, Principal, Arasan Ganeshan Polytechnic, Shivakasi, as Chopraji already explained. You are the backbone of this program, coordinating this very well. In fact, I also heard from you, your VC Dean, Dr. Mrs. Bharati Arishankar, was very appreciative, and she herself is a great academician by reading more than 3,000 books, and she was all praised for this initiative, and it's really heartening to listen to that. And thanks, Vijay, Mr. Vijayendra Kaushik. I just heard the way the program has been drawn. I think it's very technically and structurally poised. It helps people to upgrade themselves, know further more and how to present themselves, and the entire I don't say curriculum, the program what you have laid out, really in a professional way. And of course, the judges, good to see my dear friend Peter Zecker from Sri Lanka, and our own son of the soil, Dr. Nagarjuna Garu, Mr. Kumaravel, Sandeep Narang, Professor B. Kumar, all of them. Congratulations to you, and thanks for your presence over here, being the judges. And well, if we are talking about the printing, offset printing in particular, I've been with the paper and printing industry. 1984, I started my career in international paper, one of the papers in Andhra Pradesh paper mills in Rajamandri. That's way back in 1984, almost 38 years ago. And later on, offset has become a way of life. I still remember those days when we wanted to print jet black ink on a surface. Those days, not these coated boards are not available evidently available. And even if they are available, the surface was not uniform. We used to really struggle making the screens, multiple screens, to get a jet black effect those days. And today, the whole scenario is changed. So I wanted to recall another instance where I met a Chicago printer. He printed to get a special black color 9 times on the same subject, 9 times. So that's the passion of the people. The people who are in printing, sometimes we call them mad, and we are among those people. Mr. Kamal is one of among them. Myself is one among them. The printing is soul of everything. The soul of it can be considered a language, the communication, whatnot. For packaging, without printing, there's nothing. It's the heart of the packaging, and we have a saying: seeing is believing, showing is selling. Unless you really show your product by a better package, better encompassing with a nice structural design, which is really supported with great graphics and very nicely arranged, and it speaks volumes. Your customer buys that. It's not only packaging. Even if you go for a catalog in a museum or a promotion brochure or whatsoever. Of course, we are in the digital age, but at the same time, can you believe that experience of having something physically in your hands? I think, my dear friends, the students who are listening to all of us, you must know first, this must sink into your hearts, into your minds in the first of all. You must believe the printing is never going to die. It will be there as long as mankind remains, as long as mankind lives in this universe. Printing is not going to die. Be in the form of a digital format or a offset or a flexo, whatsoever. Printing is not going to die. All of you, because you belong to this, more avenues, more opportunities, more research, get accustomed to all of this, apply those in your area, and make best use of it. And I only wish all of you to become successful in your careers, definitely, and be entrepreneurs by all yourselves. And once again, thanks for this opportunity, Dr. Lakshmi. I can talk a lot, but today, as I told you, this is not the occasion for me to talk, because I'm also, like all of you, came forward to listen to those people, even if I'm not there. Sorry for this attire, because this is a little unusual in a hotel room. So definitely, I wanted to make it today to this event. So I try to make it. Pardon me for this attire and the presence, not in a usual manner. Nevertheless, once again, my big compliments and congratulations to our big brother of offset printing, Dr. Kamal Mohan Chopra ji, and all the people, all the stakeholders involved in this great initiative. And this will go further successful in the coming years with the kind of energy, determination all the stakeholders are putting in, the efforts are putting in, and eventually helping the printing community, the students of the current generation will become entrepreneurs of the next generation. Wishing you all the very best, and looking forward eagerly to listen to all those finalists. Thank you very much, Dr. Lakshmi.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Definitely your presence here will show the commitment to the students. They will take you as a role model for your commitment. Wherever you are, be committed to printing is what is the message that we get from what you say. And definitely wishing them a success on their future, and to insist that they retain in printing is a great message, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you for being here and giving the address.
Thank you, Chakravarti sir. Thank you very much for your golden words, and it will be a blessing for the students also. Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Now we are ready to listen to the 3 finalists of the South Zone. May I call upon Dr. Nandakumar ji to introduce the 3 finalists?
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Lakshmi Priya madam. I'm so happy and excited to introduce the 3 finalist students. The first one, Mr. N. Mahesh from Calicut University, and the second one, Mr. K. Mithun, Institute of Printing Technology, Sodarur, Kerala, and we have Miss K. Vishwa Sree from Anna University, Chennai. All these 3 are finalists, and now one by one will be given the topics to speak for 5 to 7 minutes. So already Vijayendra Kaushik has given the instructions clearly. You are supposed to speak for 5 minutes, maximum 7 minutes.
Yeah, okay. So Manish, please introduce yourself and regarding your college, please.
Hi, my name is Manish. I am from Calcutta University. I am now pursuing final year BTech in Printing Technology, and I am glad I am participating in this program, and that's all.
Yeah, okay. So Midun K, are you there?
Yes, sir. My name is Midun. I am studying diploma in printing technology at IPTG British College, Shornur, Kerala.
Vishwa Sree K.
Hi, sir. Good evening, everybody. I'm Vishwa Sree from College of Engineering, Guindy.
Yeah, the first name is Manish N. Manish N. And rest of the students may just look after, or you can just be in the waiting room. And for the Manish, we are sharing the screen, sir.
Manish, have you any doubt about do you want to know anything?
No.
Are you sure about the rules now?
Yes.
No worries?
No.
You have to remove this earplug from your ears. The judges are given 5 topics to. You have to liberty. You are at a liberty to select any one topic.
Okay.
Understand, Manish?
Yes, sir.
So these are your 5 topics.
Yeah. Manish, I am announcing 5 topics for you. These topics are selected by our national and international judges for you. The first topic is UV technology and its use in printing industry. Second topic is environmental sustainability and print media. The third one is importance of standardization in a printing press. Fourth one is customized printing and the new major happenings in printing industry in recent times. The fifth one is future of multicolor screen printing in India. So 5 topics are in front of you, Mr. Manish. Please pick one.
Okay, I'm going with one.
Okay, one. One is, you can announce the topic, Manish.
UV technology and its use in print industry.
Okay, Manish, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I will make a countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, please start. Please start.
Okay. UV radiation or UV is a part of electromagnetic spectrum. It can be used for curing different type of materials, solvents or liquid substances in printing technology. We can use different type of materials like UV based ink or UV curable ink, lacquers. Then we can also use UV curing material for coating and varnishing in the post printing finishing operations. So the basic working of a UV curable ink is that it will contain a photo reactor in the particles of ink or in the composition of ink, which react when the photons from the UV rays are bombarded to these photo reactors. They start a chain reaction, chain polymerization reaction, which cure the ink instantly. So it can be used as an alternative for VOC inks, that is volatile organic compound inks, which can be used. The UV ink can be used for producing a higher gloss and a higher finish in the regular newsprint or in packaging production works. After that's what I have to tell about in printing or general printing department. After printing, we can also use the technology of UV for finishing operations like coating, and there are spot coating and full laminations, which we use transparent emulsion or a transparent lacquer, which can be cured with the help of a UV radiation light to give it a perfect glossy finish. It can be used to increase the abrasion resistance or folding endurance in that region where the coating is given. It also improves the reflectance of the surface. Reflectance of the surface. Also, it is the UV cured ink or UV inks are less harmful than VOCs for the if we are taking in account for the working hazards or working hazards of the printers, because VOCs may produce fumes which are harmful for their health. But UV inks that we are using today may produce fumes, but won't be that much deadly as a VOC ink, but less poisonous or less harmful, but it can create a very good finished effect.
Yeah, Manish, is everything over from your side?
Yes, sir. Are you finished?
Yes, sir.
Finished. Okay, note down the thing.
Okay. Now, I would like our esteemed judges to ask the questions one by one. I would like to invite Peter, sir.
Can you explain digital printing versus offset printing?
Digital printing is relatively a new technology. We can use digital printing for short-run jobs. It is cheap when mainly we can select between an offset and a digital on the basis of the quantity of the print. So offset requires to create a plate or a master that need to be created in a pre-press process. Then it should be mounted on a machine, then printed. But for digital printing, we does not need a master. We can just give a digital data or electronic data from a computer to a digital printer. And there is also a great advantage of digital printer over offset printer, that it is a digital printer can be used for printing a variable data informations, that it can alter the data in each print that we need, even it is a serial number or an address or something like that. And it is much less cost to set up a digital printer rather than an offset printer. Offset printer or offset printing machine cost much larger than a digital printer, and it is also highly sophisticated job to establish an offset machine, and it should be regularly maintained, and the cost of printing in offset will reduce if the number of copies are increased, but for the same amount of copies in a lower quantity, it would be better to prefer for a digital printing. Also, digital printing is also advancing in a higher rate than ever. We can create a high resolution, high quality images with the technology that we have today. But still, offset is considered to be having a much great quality, greater advantage in case of quality. That's all, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Well done. Thank you.
Now, I would like to invite Sri B. Nagarjuna, sir, please. Please continue with question. Yeah.
Mr. Manish, where are we actually right now? Where are we in the world with regard to packaging? What exactly is your opinion on packaging?
So,
what is the status of packaging in India?
Yeah, of course. Sir, to this point, I think packaging is going to be the future of printing because if you want to say the sad truth, the production of books and other readables or publications are reducing day by day or by year. But the printing of packaging materials and packaging cartons are increasing. Even if we look 2 years back, from COVID or from post-COVID, the only department or only organizations that have thrived through the COVID was the packaging industry, where the printing of publication was down. So I think it is going to be the future, and it is going to be much greater than what is it today.
Well done, Manish. Yeah.
Yeah, Sandeep Narang sir. Yeah, Sandeep Narang sir,
Yes,
please
sir.
repeat the question. Yeah.
My question is UV printing is eco-friendly? And second one, how can we cut the cost of the UV printing?
It is a relative question, because if we relate it with a VOC ink or solvent-based ink, it is eco-friendly. But if we are considering a vegetable-based or other soya-based inks or other organic-based, algae-based inks, it creates a much greater carbon footprint. Also, the radiation from the UV light source is not that good, because it may cause defects to the ozone. And to make it profitable, one of the main reasons regarding a UV or UV printing is that it requires a high amount of energy to produce that UV light, and it would increase its temperature to a higher end. So there is a need for circulation of a coolant or a water throughout the UV light source to cool it down and maintain the temperature, because if it increases its temperature, it may reduce the moisture content of the paper, which may lead it to break. In regarding the eco-friendly question, I think it would be relative. It would be a perspective while we are considering a VOC ink or a organic or vegetable-based ink or water-based ink.
And the second one, how can we reduce the cost?
So reducing
UV
the cost,
printing.
I think if we use a single single UV light with a high specular reflectance or reflectors around it, we can focus that light onto a single path of paper. Otherwise, we need to increase the LED array to produce the UV light source. So it is one way to cut the cost. Another one is the cost of or the energy consumption of the UV light of doing a UV. So to that, we need to reduce the temperature so we can economically reduce the cost of electricity or energy consumption.
Good. That's all from me.
Yeah, Professor B. Kumar, please.
Manish,
Yes, sir.
from your own topic that you presented, I wanted to ask you one question. What is the wavelength that is being employed in UV source?
I think it is around 740.
No. That is in the higher end. That is not a UV at all.
Sorry. Just got confused. Around below 400, around 340 to 400.
Good. What is the reflector? You said about the focusing of the UV beam. What is the reflector name
Yes, sir.
called?
I don't know, sir.
Good. Thank you, Manish. That's all from me.
That's better.
So any audience is willing to ask any question, then may please announce or may raise the hand, please. Anyone of the audiences. So being one of the audiences, I'm also asking you, Manish. Manish, what is the quality difference between a UV printing and a normal printing?
Main difference is that it will give a glossier effect. So if we are taking account of a news printing press or a newspaper, there is a certain kind of newsprint called GNP. That is a glossy newsprint. It cannot be printed in a regular, or it won't give a vibrant output in a regular offset ink. So we are intended to use a UV curable ink or UV curing ink. It will create and give a good glossy effect and a good finished effect over the print. If we are taking account for each and every coated paper, it would be we will get a higher degree of color and a higher degree of glossiness on by using a UV.
Okay, thank you. Anyone more audiences, please, willing to ask? Anubhava sir is asking, please, sir.
Manish, tell me, you have 500 posters to be printed in multicolor both sides.
It's not audible.
500 posters, 500 folders to be printed both sides. What process would you prefer? UV or digital or the offset?
500 posters.
500 folders.
500
folders.
Folders.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No? Balance question.
Is the question clear? Is the question clear, Manish?
No, sir. Sorry.
Manish, sir is asking if you want to print a 500 folders, which kind of a printing you will prefer? We want to print only 500 copies, 500 folders.
Yeah.
I would prefer offset.
Why?
So the kind of paper for a folder won't run with the digital printers that are available for us. No, it would be easier to use an offset printing rather than using a screen printing or a digital printing for printing a folder. You're saying about folders, right?
Yeah. But why screen printing? Why not digital printing?
Huh?
The offset will be too expensive, I believe. 500 brochures.
But the GSM of paper that we are going to use for a folder, I think most of the digital printers that is available here today won't be able to run that. So the next option would be either offset or screen printing. For doing a 500 folders through screen printing, it would be a little bit difficult. But if you have a automated machine, it would be easy. But I am going with the offset again.
What GSM would digital accept?
What, sir?
GSM? What GSM would digital accept?
I think so. Maximum.
You said it cannot be printed by digital.
No, I was telling what we have today here.
What GSM maximum you can print by digital?
I think 240. Not 240. 120.
Okay, Manish, thank you. Thank you, Manish.
Yeah, so thank you, Manish. Now we are moving to our next contestant. That is Mithun.
So Mithun, do you know the rules?
Yes, sir.
Everything is clear?
Yes.
Any clarification is required?
No, sir.
Oh, it's okay. Then we are sharing.
Topics for Mr. Mithun K. The first topic is digital printing versus offset printing. Question number 2, development of printing industry in the last 2 decades. Number 3, industry 4.0 and printing industry. Fourth one, scenario of screen printing and how industry is transforming. Fifth one, will e-books replace printed books for the education? So, dear Mithun K, you are having 5 topics in front of you on the shared screen. So please pick one topic of your choice.
You have to speak at least for 5 minutes and not more than 7 minutes.
The digital printing versus offset printing.
First topic. Then topic number 1.
Yes, sir.
I'm highlighting. Just check. You want this topic?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is it okay?
Yes, okay.
Okay. Digital printing versus offset printing.
So, Mithun, are you ready for that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I am making the countdown. And, you will have to start. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Please start.
Good evening, everybody. Today I'm speaking about digital printing and offset printing. The digital printing is one of the most currently developing stage. Digital printing technologies like inkjet printing, laser printing, electrode photography, etc., magnetography, etc. That digital printing is one of the famous printing technology. It is found by Benny Lada. Also, by comparing with the offset printing, the digital printing is more cost effective and less copies, and digital printing we have more technologies, and so we can print the copies with the less copies, and we can get high quality and high resolution. Various paper sizes are available for printing: A3 size, A3 UV printer, etc. By offset printing, we can print for a larger copies, so it may be economical to choose a offset printing for 1,000 or above 1,000 copies. Also, we can get a comparatively higher quality, comparatively quality with digital printing. The resolution is very good in offset printing. Also, we can the major difference is the less space required for digital printing and the more space required for the offset printing. And the machineries are really costly, and a startup cost may be higher than digital printing. So, etc. And talking about the maintenance cost, the digital printing have less maintenance cost. So the maintenance, and the offset printing have more maintenance, so lubrication parts, very complex parts, and conveyor belt, gears, bearings, etc. And these are very sensitive parts. Now we nowadays many famous machines like have more sensors and other detectors to get the reproduction correctly, and in digital printing it is very easy to handle and more more good. That's awesome.
Okay. Judges. Okay. Judges.
Hi, Midun. Could you differentiate flexography and gravure printing process from application point of view?
Yes, sir. Both are basically used for using packaging industries and flexible substrates. In gravure printing, the image area is slightly recessed, and non-image area is raised. With the help of a doctor blade, we can the excess ink is wiped. In flexography, there is a relief principle printing process, and the image area is slightly high, and a flexible type of plate is used, like photopolymers, rubber plates, etc. And with the help of analog solder, a calculated amount and a required amount of ink is distributed to the analog plate cylinder, and this transferred to a substrate. Both printing process have majorly web reel types, also used for packaging industries, for pouches, etc. Cartoons.
Yeah, Sandeep Narang, sir.
What printing offset? Why printing offset printing is called offset?
Offset printing because we use a blanket cylinder in between the plate cylinder and impression cylinder to transfer the ink from the plate cylinder to the substrate, and the image matters or text matters are printed in a readable format at the plate cylinder, and it will more easier to making the plate, and it's transferred to the blanket cylinder, then it transferred to the substrate with the help of a impression roller, etc.
Okay.
Next.
Yeah, D Nagarjuna, sir, please.
Okay. Mithun, can you give me an example of variable data printing is a part of your digital printing? Can you give me very good, any one or two examples of variable data printing? Very well known, we all know it.
Barcode printing, labeling.
Anything else? Anything else?
Hello.
Your own +2 certificate, right? Okay, good. You have given some examples. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Professor B. Kumarji.
Mithun, you agree xerography is part of digital printing, right? It is an important process.
Yes, sir.
Xerography.
Yes.
Who is the inventor of xerography?
Xerography. Sorry, sir.
Thank you, Mithun. Good luck.
Thank you.
Yeah, Kumarwal, sir.
Mr. Mithun,
yes.
Which one is best for visiting card printing? Digital printing or offset printing?
Sir, it's based on the copies. We can use so the Xerox machine can be used for in digital format. A3 paper of a higher GSM or art card can be used for less copies, and also after printing we can cut it from copies. Offset printing, it may be more copies for more copies.
But we can't print more than 300 GSM or 350 GSM.
350, yes.
Okay. Thank you. Yes, for the audience now.
I'll ask the question. Midun,
Yes,
have you heard of the two varieties of newsprint? GNP or SNP, have you heard of them? Glazed newspaper and standard newspaper, right? You have heard of them?
No, sir.
You? No. Okay, thanks.
Okay, Ashni Gupta ji, please.
Mithun, can we use digital printing for the production of boxes, small and boxes?
No, sir, it not be able to print. It's not be economical.
Can we use digital for box making of small one?
Small run, okay, is art card and die cutting also. Then we can use small run jobs, yes.
Okay.
Okay, Midun, what is the quality difference between offset and digital?
It's based on the paper quality. If you use coated paper, we can get more color gamut. In offset printing, we can get high quality also.
No, which one is better in terms of quality? My question is, paper is same or similar. Which one is better in terms of quality? Yeah, please.
Digital print.
On which parameters it is better, sir? I am asking. On which quality parameters it is better?
It's more than it can produce more dot quality.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
That's a wonderful part. And Mithun, can I ask one thing to you? We are telling about the plenography, letterpress. There's a method of printing. One is the relief method, one is the plain method. What is the process of printing in digital? How scientifically it is being printed? Yes. What is the science behind it? What is the technology behind it?
Transferring the ink to a substrate.
Now, how they transfer? See, in letterpress, the image is raised. In plenography, offset images on the same surface. It runs on the scientific principle. Grease repels water and water repels grease. So, what principle runs in the digital?
Digital printing. It's a contactless printing. If we transfer, if we click in, if we forward our image to print, it will transfer to the printer and in a digital format by RAS.
I think you didn't get my question. What is the process? Transfer image, there must be some process. I told that in letterpress, image is raised. In screen, image is hollow. In plenography, image is on the same surface, but the principle is grease repels water and water repels grease. There should be one principle in the digital also, because we don't apply the water there. We don't apply the green ink there. So what is the principle there?
It's a dot in.
All the image is created.
Hello.
How the image is created? What is the principle?
It's based on electronic data transferring, and the ink is spraying by nozzles in a correct order of according to the image data by raster image processing.
Anybody from the audience wants to ask question? Audience can ask on any subject.
Yeah, Mithun, the question is, what are the types of digital printing principles you have heard or you know about it? What are the different principles of digital printing technologies?
Laser printing, toner, inkjet printing using ink, spraying by nozzles, magnetography, magnetic particle toner ink, in thermal transfer technology.
Can you explain any one in detail how exactly the paper receives different colors on it?
Yes, sir. In laser printing, after receiving the electronic data from the computer, and a opposite charge that produced in a drum, transfer drum, then it rotates to the toner and it attracts the toner particles into the drum, and it is transferred to the substrate according to the image. And after that, a fusing part is happening, and heated rollers fixes the ink into the paper.
Okay, thank you, Manish. All the best.
Thank you, dear Midun. Now we are moving towards our next contestant. That is Vishwa Sree. Vishwa Sree, are you there?
Vishwaji, you have heard, do you know about the rules?
Yes, sir.
And you understand every rule? Any clarification you require?
No, sir.
It's okay. Then I'm sharing the questions for you. See, these are the questions for you. Select any one out of these.
Yeah, topics for Vishwa Sree K. Question number 1. Differentiate flexography and gravure printing process from applications point of view. Topic number 2. Impact of internet on printing industry. Number 3. ISO certification and its importance in printing industry. Fourth one, de-inking and technologies involved in it. And last one, that is future of Indian printing industry. 5 topics or questions are in front of you, Vishwa.
Sir, I would like to go with topic 3, ISO certification and
ISO certification. You mean I will highlight so that everybody must know. Do you want this topic?
Yes, sir.
Okay, go.
The topic selected by Vishwa Sree is ISO certification and its importance in printing industry. So, Vishwa Sree, are you ready for? Yeah. So, countdown starts. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Please start.
Good evening. I'm Vishwa Sree. So the topic I chose is ISO certification and its importance in the printing industry. So basically, ISO is a non-profit organization that is providing standards to every organization there, and getting this certification means that the company or the organization is very committed, almost consistent in all the work it does. So that is the aim of ISO. So when coming to the printing industry is not just something that deals only with putting ink on paper. We have many more options in it. For example, there are printers who print the products. There are manufacturers. For example, the solution providers, the ink manufacturers, the paper manufacturers, and we also have the pre-press people. And we have a number of sectors in printing which constitute the whole printing industry. So with all this in mind, we need something uniform in order to have everything common in and around the world. So that is the main point behind this. So for that purpose, there is this, the certification is very much important because in the case of printing industry, we do a lot of exports to the other countries. So in that case, when we do exports, people will look for companies that are certified rather than companies that are not. So
Vishwaji, wait, I'm interrupting you. Your voice is not coming. Please make it full volume. We will give you grace mark. Please, volume must be increased. People are saying they are not listening properly. Either you come close to the mic.
Am I audible, sir?
Yeah, now it's better.
So in the case of printing, we have more number of exports to be carried out. So in that case, ISO certification is very much important when it is being transported from one country to the other. So this will also make the organization give its global presence. And the next thing is customer satisfaction. So when it comes to customer satisfaction, people always go to a company that has more of quality standards and improving consistently. So in that case, people will look out for companies that are certified rather than trusting companies that are not. So in that case, having ISO certifications will help printing companies to get more customers and also earn their loyalty. And this will also make the companies to get into a more competitive business. So when it comes to customer retention and also for getting more competitiveness among the other players, we have to have more customers. So having ISO will indirectly lead also to that, getting into the competition market and playing well there as well. And the next point would be having ISO certification is something that is going to take the company close to perfection. So in the case of printing, where we work with a number of factors such as very variable factors that have to be controlled now and then, there has to be something called perfection, if not at least close to perfection. So that is when we'll be able to maintain the output consistent, and we'll also be able to get quality output. In that case, we need ISO certification, where ISO standardization in the printing industry. And the next is we will also have global markets, and the branding is very much important for the companies. So when a billion-dollar company has no reputation among the people, there is no value, and the company will definitely go an amount of loss. So only even if it is a small company and it works with its quality and it has some certifications within it, so the company will have more amount of quality in it, and it will help the small companies will also get recognized in the competitive nature among the and then so coming to the ISO certifications, so all these factors play an important role when it is needed. So ISO 9001 is where we have the total quality management. This has to be followed by all the printing organizations, where they follow the quality management, and this will increase more consumer focus and also administration and more committee management and the company management. And moving on to ISO 14001, we have the environmental standards, where nowadays everybody of us, be it the consumers or be it the manufacturers, we concentrate on going to the sustainable and green environment. So for that case, printing having many chemicals and many harmful materials involved, it is better if we choose 14001 and adopt it. This will help give the company a name of being greener and more eco-friendly, and it will also create a unique perspective from the eyes of the world. And next, the common standard that we use for printing, ISO 12647, that provides us various standards for the printing industry. So following all these standards, it would really give the company a very much more organization, a very much more brand value, and then customer satisfaction, customer loyalty, where it will retain the company into the competition that is going on, rather than just making the company fall down. And then nowadays we have so much of consumerism and the economy booming around us. So in all this, when a company has a certification, it is more prone to earning more customers, earning more loyalty and quality, and more importantly, consistency, where we'll have to repeat one job repeatedly, and the output has to be same. So in that case, getting the ISO certification will be very much useful for the printing industry. Thank you.
Yeah, Vishwa, thank you. I would like to request Peter sir to ask the questions, please.
Hi, Vishwa. Could you describe UV technology in the use of printing industry?
Yes, sir, sure. So UV is basically a part of electromagnetic radiation, and it has the wavelength of from about 10 to 400, about around 380 nanometers. But in printing, we use around 300 to the 380 nanometers is what we use. So in the case of printing, we have UV inks, UV coatings, and UV varnishes, which will be cured by the use of UV light. So in the case of UV inks, we have what we call as the photo initiator. So what the photo initiator does is that as soon as the light is shown upon it, the electron in the atom breaks away from the atom. So this creates a vacuum in the atom. So due to this, the atom either breaks or it either forms a bond. So this sometimes could be a disadvantage, or it could also be a direct advantage, as in the case of printing. So in the case of UV inks, what we use in the printing, we need the ink to dry fast. So that is what is the principle applied. So as soon as the UV light falls down on the substrate, the ink, the bond, chemical bond gets formed and the ink is cured completely. So now the another technology that is arising is UV LED. So that is it concentrates on the wavelength of more than 375 nanometers. So that UV LED is something that is rising new in the printing industry, where it is used to cure the inks. And as far as UV coatings and varnishes are concerned, they give finishing such as similar to when the substrate is normally laminated. And these coatings and varnishes can also be really thick, which will not be possible in the case of our conventional coatings and varnishes. So this is about the.
Thank you. Well done. Thank you.
Sandeep Narang, sir.
Vishwa, how many standards, number of standards of ISO for printing industry? And second one, name any recent ISO standard for printing industry.
So for the first question, till 2020, we had around 7 standards totally. And in 2021, there are 2 more parts 8 and 9, which was published in the year 2021. And sir, what is the second question, sir? Can you just repeat it?
Name the recent ISO standard for printing industry.
It is ISO 12647, sir. From parts 1 to 9.
Can you name it? Its number.
Yes.
Popular name, you can name it.
Yes, sir. So
especially for printing industry.
Graphic arts.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, D. Nagarjuna, sir, please.
Vishwa Sree, good evening. Can you tell me what is BIS? It is related to same standardization. What is BIS?
Bureau of International Standards.
Bureau of Indian Standards. Okay, right. Bureau of Indian Standards. Right. Thank you.
Yeah, B. Kumar, sir, please.
As Narang, Vishwa Sree, as Narang sir was asking, to be very specific, what is the ISO subpart number for offset printing?
Sir, it's number 2, sir.
Good, thank you.
Yeah, Kumar, sir. Kumar, well, sir.
Mr. Sree, how many printing presses in our country got ISO certification? Number 1. 2. Why ISO certification is not so popular than other industries?
Sir, I'm not sure of the first question, sir. For the first question, I'm not sure. For the second question, so you asked why is it not popular in other industries or in print industry?
In print industry. Why it's not so much popular as compared to other industries?
So, sir, I would like to say when we consider the print industry, it is not all the industries are not just big industries. We, in the name of printing, we have very small industries, 2 large printing industries. So, in the case of large printing industries, yes, of course, they would have had the ISO certifications. But in the case of small industries that provide their products to in and around locally where they provide the product, they would not have the awareness of ISO 1. And the next thing is like they would not have the need, maybe they would think that it's just for the local people, so they are not going to have so much knowledge on that. So maybe that's why, because print industry is something that has a variable amount of companies ranging from the smallest to the biggest. So in that case, many of the smaller industries are not going to have any kind of precedence for these ISO certifications.
Thank you. Thank you.
Any more questions from our judges, please, if any? Okay, now the question goes to audiences. Any question from the audiences, you may write in the chat box. One question is there, what are the benefits of standardization, ISO standardization? Can you tell, Vishwa?
Benefits are quality and consistency, more branding, that is where people get to know about the brands, and making the organization. So it is especially for the quality, for customer focus and customer satisfaction, and also if a company wants to play act as a player in the global market, then ISO certification is very much important.
Okay, Ashwini Gupta sir. Yeah.
What is the meaning of Z certification? Z certification?
Yeah, Z certification. Have you ever heard?
Zero factor, zero defect.
No, sir, I have no idea.
Okay.
Okay. Any more questions?
Yes, Ms. Vishwa Sree. My question is, what is ISO 2846? It is related with our printing. ISO 2846 -1.
I have heard this standard, but I'm not actually suddenly I'm not getting the.
Okay, thank you.
Any more question from audience or judges?
Yes.
Yeah, Anubhav sir, please.
Yeah. Have you heard of print audit? Vishwa Sree, have you heard of print audit?
Yes, sir, I have heard of audits, sir.
Print audit.
Related with print audit.
Okay. Now, is this required? Is this required for the ISO certification?
Yes, sir, it is required.
And how is it done? Print audit, how is it done? Briefly, very briefly.
It could be seeing if the organization follows the standards that they are opting for. So in the case of certifications, what they are opting for, if it is 9001, it will be like according to those standards, what they told is quality. So it will be maybe checking the quality, how is the management treating the employees, how are the employees being satisfied, and how is the customer satisfaction. So,
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
So I think it's completed now. I would like, till our judges are finalizing the results, I would like to hand over mic to Kamal sir, please, for any discussion.
For the judges, I will like to, and judges and audience, I will like to share all the students here. First, we are seeing the student, Mr. Manish, and he was speaking on UV technology and its use in printing industry. Second, we are seeing Mr. Midun K. His photo is also there, and the topic is written digital printing versus offset. Third one was Vishwa Sree, last one, ISO certification and its importance in printing industry. So these are the three. You can see once again. First topic for Manish was UV technology and its use in printing industry. Second topic for Midun K was digital printing versus offset printing. Third topic for Vishwa Sree was ISO certification and its importance in printing industry. For the audience also, please note it down. We will launch the audience poll and you have to decide the winner also. So, I think it was a wonderful presentation by all the students. Excellent. Now judges must be working on it. Till that time, anybody from you, anybody wants to say any word before we proceed further? You can
Okay,
raise
sir. Sir, Kamal Chopra, sir.
Nandkumar, sir. Yeah, yes, Nagarajan, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Nagarjuna, yes, sir. I think we should, next Olympiad should be in offline mode, sir. So chai pani to bhi mil jayega na.
Sir, I may explain. Sir, I may explain. Actually,
yeah,
the offline will be there now. Even this will also be offline. The final one.
next time. I mean, later in the future.
Sir, actually, if we do the offline, we have to visit.
Yes, sir.
See a person, a student. See, a student in the northeast may not be possible for him to travel up to Chennai or up to Ludhiana or up to Delhi. It will be difficult. It will be difficult for us to pay all the students. So that this way looks good. Yes, we can think of organizing the regional finale, but national finale is on the physical mode.
No, we'll ask printers to fund it, sir. What is there for students? At least we'll ask printers to fund it because it is going to ultimately help the industry. Because we're going to give the best HR to the industry. We can give that in return. They will give ROI. बहुत अच्छा है. इसमें अगर आप उसको north east से आप भेजाएंगे, train में भेजाओ, you will have a broader outlook. You will have understanding. There is a cultural exchange also. There is some kind of a very easy way of understanding how Chennai people live, how Northeast people live, so that there is exchange. And I'm sure printers को तो ये तो मूंगफली का हिसाब है साहब ये तो.
Yeah.
Funding करने के लिए.
For this event, we don't ask for money from anywhere. You see, there's no sponsor. All the money are contributed by my association members. They are contributing, and we don't ask any money from anywhere. And I'm thankful that they are not to pay also. We don't pay to any coordinator, any judges like that. I'm thankful.
Sir, I want to hear some brickbats from Kumar, sir. Kumar will be able to tell very frankly and honestly about what I'm trying to suggest.
I think Kamal Chopra sir is very correct because it involves a lot of money and time, and the technology is developed so well. Probably we sit at our own comfort and then we call people and things like that. But at the same time, as Professor Nagarjuna was telling, the young budding people, the students, if they travel across India, probably they would know better what the happenings are and the real cultural exchange, as he was trying to put it up properly. So at least the final sort of a thing, the selected few can be picked up and then they could be put in a conference, sort of an auditorium where all the peoples get congregated. And I think that would be a better way. I don't know, because Kamal Chopra sir has never been taking money. He has only been giving out from his own organization. So when such is the case, I don't know how you will balance this unless he gets a very good sponsor. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you,
thank you, sir. Thank you, Kumar sir. Sir, I have only sown a seed. Let it germinate and slowly become a plant. And then
I really appreciate your sentiment. Yes.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
In the last meeting at West second round, we thought of that we will take that if it is possible to organize the regional finale. We'll try to organize the regional finale at some place. So that traveling for the student will be south, student will have in the south, north will have in north, east will have in the east. In next one, we'll try, and I think it will be possible.
You are correct, sir, because we are only serving the cause of printing education and research, which will ultimately help the industry. That's very important. Thank you very much, sir. Really, you have told a very good point.
Finance part is on one side. The other is that the students from the remote area, they can't participate. They are not able to travel, and girl child, she has to accompany with her parents, and for the again traveling and body lodging for the parents also we have to bear.
But definitely, sir, we will plan. No problem. Yeah, given a good idea. Already
that is a good idea.
But we'll plan it. We'll plan
it. Only when we organize this on virtual mode, we come to know that the students from the northeast, from far away, we can't even expect that the student will participate from that area. They participated.
Thank you so much, sir, for your readily accepting and giving
No,
a
no,
good signal for the future.
we have to improve it. Jointly, we have to improve it. I'm ready to accept it.
Thanks. Thanks a lot.
In the meantime, I think we can invite Tanbov sir. He is our advisor for his remarks and yes, Tanbov sir.
Good evening, everyone. The chief guest of today, Mr. Kamal Mohan Chopra, then the coordinators, Dr. Anand Kumar and EKS Lakshmi Priya ma'am, the judges, 5 judges. The question papers, I should thank the papers such as unknown people. They have set out beautiful questions to the students for competition today. They need a special thanks. As far as the quality of this results are concerned, I do not know, but the answers were not fully satisfactory as per me. Anyway, wish all the 3 best of luck, and I hope one of them to be in the final at somewhere in next month.
Yes.
It was very good. The questions, I was really impressed by those 3 questions, especially those marked 5 for each student. They were very good ones. Special thanks goes to unknown people, those who have forwarded the questions to you. But they need a special thank for that.
Yeah,
Unknown people, we do not know, right? The coordinators did a very good job, especially Lakshmi Priya ma'am and Nankishore, Dr. Nankishore. Conducted by Vijinder Kaushik. That was beautifully done. And if he is not there, then the program can be disturbed like anything. Special thanks to Kamalji yourself, because you gave me a new definition of offset printing. Offset, why it is called offset. Practically that is correct, but theoretically it might not be correct. What else? That's all I can say, right? Thank you very much, Kamalji. Thank you. Thank you very much, especially the judges.
Thank you for your support. Thank you very much. Now we will be launching the audience poll. So you have 3 students. I'll given photograph of the student also. We have now 26 people only. All the audience people can vote. 1 vote. I already launched the poll. I think it is visible to all. Yeah, it is visible to all. You can pick your choice. These marks will be added in the overall marks given by all the judges. Vijender sir, our technical head, is already doing all the formalities, and very soon he will be able to bring the results. The students can also vote. The students who spoke, they can also vote. Click on the student you want to be the champion of today. After 10 seconds, I will close it. Please vote. Only 13 votes we have received out of 26. 24 are, basically there are 24 votes. Host and co-host cannot vote. So we have only 24 votes out of 26 and 13 people polled. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, 1, and I'm closing it now. We are seeing 13 votes. I'm sharing the result to all. So you can see the result. 54% people out of them voted for Vishwa Sree, 0 Midhun K, and Manish got 46% votes.
Waiting for the result.
I will, before announcing the result, now I received the results. I will like to call all the 3 students here. Result I have received from the judges. So, okay, friends, we are going to declare today's winner. Today, we have a winner. From the south, we got Vishwa Sree.
Great honor to speak in front of great printing people, and I was actually excited before, more nervous for the round, but I consider this as an opportunity that gave me more knowledge, and I'll try to keep it up in the next round as well.
I appreciate your confidence level.
Congratulations, Vishwa Sree from Anna University. You are going to enter into the finale in a live mode. In off mode, you are going to speak in a very big audience. So I wish you all the best. Feel pride and give pride. You have given pride for the people, and I wish you to be on top to get a 1 lakh prize. All the best.
Congratulations, Vishwa Sree. I appreciate your way you presented and the way you mentioned a lot about the quality. I mean, the quality of content was really very good from your point of view. And I wish you all the best, and I'm sure you will be able to bring laurels to South India in general, or maybe to Tamil Nadu in particular. But then winners are always, always take it very sportively. Either way, go with a lot of confidence. Okay, go with a lot of confidence. Participate with full zeal and enthusiasm. Forget about the result, and I'm sure you will try to make it into the finale. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations, Vishwa Sree. Very happy that you have won this South Zone. True CEGN. So keep it up even during the finals. I would also like to mention that you should continue the career in printing for your lifetime. You should be a printer for your lifetime. Okay. So carry print, be an ambassador of print. Congratulations.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Sure.
Yeah, congratulations, Vishwa Sree. Really, your knowledge was appreciable, and you can be the grand finale winner also. So keep on preparing for that also, and best wishes to you. Yeah, so I would like to invite, Nandkumar sir, please give your remarks.
Very good evening, one and all present here. I'm so happy to give my concluding remarks. Way back, we started with the first round with more than 40 participants from printing technology students as well as degree college students. And while I was announcing that this Print Olympiad is going to happen, that is the 5th version. So many students have been very excited to take part in it. And when it was announced only online, so you have to select a multiple choice. So many were very interested, but due to their inability to get on to register properly, many have detected. But still, 40 of them have actively participated, and out of which 8 have been selected by the judges. In the second round, we called for 8 participants, which includes a diploma as well as degree students. And out of which the 3 best have been selected for the finale. In this also, in finale, we have 1 diploma student representing and 2 degree students representing. And all the 3 have made a very good presentation and had a good confidence in their subject. And I felt when they were talking, their confidence and their interest towards the printing was amazing. And I hope all these 3 will bring a laurel to the industry. And they have got a very good input from all the judges, printing industrialists, and very successful people. Especially today, the chief guest Chakravarti sir has made a very inspiring and thought-provoking speech today. When it was so amazing to listen to him, and excited to do something for the printing industry. And the way in which he appeared and made a presentation was so nice for everyone to follow or think to make our feature virtual presentation. Such a wonderful presentations we could able to see it all because of this Olympiad program and the way in which the program was organized. I mean, from the beginning until date, the stages, and it was started very long back. I mean, 4 or 5 months back, they started asking the questions and the topics and the collection of topics from India as well as international. It's a huge work. Simply those who are attending may not be knowing, as I'm there in the beginning. So Kamal Chopra sir has taken very personally, he has taken and working along with Anjan Baralji as well as Vijendra ji and Anupam advisor and many more are continuously working to bring it out today, the grand finale, and we are also looking forward for the finals and finals at DJO University, Mithun. It's a great journey. I learned a lot of things from stage by stage, and there are many things to learn. And every time people are inspiring, that drives me to start again from the end where I am. And I got a lot of input from all the judges. So I was closely associated with all 3 judges, especially Nagarjuna sir and Dr. Kumar sir and Kumaravel sir. All 3 were, whenever I talk to them, actively they are saying that, yes sir, you are doing wonderful work, or but actually we are not doing, only the team sitting at Kamal Chopra ji and Vijendra ji was doing all the work, but we are just connecting the people and encouraging the students to take part in it. It's a wonderful journey, and the students are very much motivated. So this Olympiad has made a great impact in our Arasan Ganesan Polytechnic. This Print Olympiad is taking them to the next level, and many other branches also have a envy on printing. Sir, why don't we have it for mechanical engineering or electrical engineering or civil engineering? Such a huge price of 1 lakh prize money. That 1 lakh is a very huge price for the budding engineers, especially the diploma holders or engineering college students. The 1 lakh prize is a great money, and more than that, even the students are invited to Delhi, and all their transport, stay, everything will be looked after. And every first round or second round, the advertisement, the flyer, what they are making, it's amazing. That itself makes many people to appear on the flyer. At least top 8 or top 3 or top 1 now. So such a nice flyer that also really motivates. Even many faculty members are asking me, sir, why don't we do it for the civil department? Why don't we do it for the mechanical department? We will also find some sponsors. So such a impact this Print Olympiad has created in our college. We are very thankful to all the people behind it, Offset Printing Association and Dr. Kamal Mohan Chopra ji for his continuous support. Thank you, sir. Thank you once again. And this journey was a real learning for me. Thank you.
We'd like to invite for vote of thanks, Mr. Ashwini Gupta. He's our co-chairman of the project. Ashwini, sir.
Oh, thank you, Kamalji. I would like to thank, first of all, our chief guest of today's program, Chakravarti ABPSG, Chairman World Packaging Organization, and for their wonderful opening remarks for the organizers, students, and the coordinators. I would like to thank our judges, Mr. Peter Decker from Sri Lanka, Mr. Sandeep Narangi from Jalandhar, Mr. C.D. Kumarwala ji from Coimbatore, Professor B. Nandkumar ji, and Professor Nagarjuna ji. I would also like to thank our coordinators from the South, Dr. Madam T.K.S. Lakshmi Priya ji, Dr. M. Nandkumar ji, and our technical coordinator, Brajinder Kaushik. Because without the help of these coordinators, it was not possible. The tireless and hard working of these coordinators, we are able to host this event, 5th Olympiad. I would also like to thank our advisor, Abhinav Shikshathi ji, and all the participants who participated in this event, and all the team members of the OPA, and especially Kamal ji, because it is his brainchild to conduct this print Olympiad for the printing students of India. And congratulations to the winner, Vishwa Sree ji. It is only due to his confidence and the delivery that she is the winner today. I remember when she was in the first round and she was in the dark because his cam was on the off mode. But we we are seeing her as a winner of South Zone, and I wish all the very best for the final at Murthal. Thank you all. Thank you.
Thanks, Ashwini. Thank you very much. And thanks all. So thank you very much. Thanks all the judges. Thanks for your time.
Thank you, Kamalji.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot for your gift.
Sir, see you on Sunday. Thank you.
Yes.